Hey folks, I'm Red, and this is my King Arthur channel. And I wanted to start this channel because I played King Arthur Legends Rise in the beta, and then the servers got shut down, and they restarted, they re-released it with Netmarble, and they're aiming toward a global launch, so right now it's in early access. And I thought I'd give a brief guide on how to re-roll your account so you can get some decent starting heroes, legendaries. There are some really good progression heroes that are rare that you'll probably end up leveling up. But to do this, you need to kind of install it on, I'm using Nox Player, Android 12, and then you download the APK from a place like APK Pure. Just search for it, get the most recent version. Then you can install the APK, and then you can start an account without needing to log in. All right, and that's pretty key for if you want to then kind of reset and re-roll and try and get some good heroes. So that's what I've done here, and let me just go ahead and start it. Android 12 is the only one that seems to work, and you still have this OpenGL issue, but you just press OK and it should work. I've had trouble where it like restarts regularly, so this can be a very time-consuming process if you're just trying to get some good heroes, and it's a little bit limited, especially as free-to-play, in that you only get a certain amount of summons, and kind of have to restart here a little bit. So there's actually a lot that you have to download for the game, and so this can also be quite time-consuming. But to actually play through to the point where you can do some summoning, it takes about 20 minutes. So if you can spend the time to get some decent heroes, then it's worth it. But otherwise, there's a lot of heroes in the game that you will get. You get a lot of summons, and so eventually you'll probably be able to get all the heroes that you want. And then I'll just continue here and sign in as a guest and agree to all, and then it'll start downloading. It tells me I don't have the system requirements. That's fine. I just ignore it and I start. And then it's going to download a lot. So 1.7 gig file, so you have to have space on your hard drive if you're doing this in an emulator. And so I'll let it run, and then I'll come back when it's all done. Okay, so we are back, and this is the opening scene for King Arthur Legends Rise. And this whole storyline is definitely worth going through, but if your goal is to re-roll, then I would say, just skip it and cut down on the time that you're spending here. There are some things that you have to do here, like you've got to follow kind of the storyline as it goes, and that's really what takes the time. So go ahead and hit some of these. So hit the dragon there. And there's a little bit of flickering here. Sometimes if you exit out of the game on the emulator here and you come back, then it'll restore all of the sprites and everything that were unable to be seen. And then here, we kind of go through the story. Okay. So I'll just this will be a real-time playthrough of how quickly you can go through to get to the place where you want to summon. And just skip all these storylines. But it is a great story. The graphics are awesome. It's definitely worth playing through the first time. And then if you want to re-roll after that, you definitely can. So here we go. You might be able to do this on the PC client as well, do a re-roll. I haven't tried it because I wanted to kind of log in with a main account when I did that. So I'll do the first skill here, and then the third skill, and then that should get me through this stage. There we go. Skip this. And it'll give you various things to look at. and show you kind of where to click your mouse button as you're going. That's one thing they do really well, is kind of leading you through the game. And yeah, here we go on to the next stage. So you can just press this banner and it will bring you to the next part of the story. And let's see how long this takes to get through everything. So skip that. Skip that. Start battle. Okay, and here we're just learning some of the mechanics and pressing where we need to. Here's our healer guy giving us some heals. And then you can set this on auto, 3 times speed, and it'll basically just take you through the rest of the storyline when you're doing your battles. There we go. Okay, so that's the kind of storyline section, and then we have to kind of get into Camelot, which is the kind of city or the castle that you're working out of. That's going to be the base. So let's go ahead here, enter Camelot Castle. And the goal here is just to try and get some legendaries, some summons that will work. So I'm not going to put in my name here, I'll record that later. One thing about the name is that if someone else has that same name, at least in the beta, you weren't able to reuse it. So now we have to kind of go through here, do some more things to let us know how things go. And we get our free summon here, which is K. And I just skipped this, and here's my K. And she is really solid. Definitely, basically the first rare you want to fully max if you can. We've got our Plaza Fountain. And this early access pack is really great. Okay, so this will give you your Morgan. And everyone basically gets a Morgan. I think, you know, and then Turin is a very good healer, so these are really good summons to get. And on day 7 you get another legendary, so that's pretty cool. So they give you a lot of great stuff here to start off with. Okay, now we open the training camp, and you get rewards for completing this as well, which is really cool. And at the moment, I just kind of want to get through this so that I can do my summoning. So then there's a power-up guide, which is your missions that give you resources when you complete things. And then here's the Path of Honor that also give you rewards for completion. Chivalry is a way to kind of power up your heroes. And here we go. All right, so now I can speak to Merlin, but really what I want to do at this point is summoning. And I want to do some with these diamonds, or what do they call them? Crystals. Okay, so every day you get a free pack of crystals, and every week you get more crystals and a summoning special summon. Okay, so at this point, I've almost maxed out what I can get in terms of rewards. I'll just go ahead and do my normal summon here. This is a free summon that I get. And let's see who it is. Okay, it's a common. That's not amazing. And then let's see if I go to, oh yeah, so if I want to get a few more summons, then I go here to the enter coupon code. And let's see, what was the name of that? Let's see, file. It's called Join King Arthur is the coupon. Join King Arthur. Okay, and that'll give me some more summons. Good, okay, so that's what I got. And then if I go to my mail here, I can go ahead and claim all of these. There we go. So now I've got a few more summons, which is great. And then if I go here into storyline, I can collect these rewards from going through that first section of the story. Okay, and then you also get diamonds for the heroes in your codex. So if I go to codex here, I'll get an additional set of diamonds or crystals, and I can claim those. So now I've got 350 diamonds or crystals that I can use. And then if I go to this combat power, I get, what do I get? Just level up, basically. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, so this is basically at the point where I can stop, and I can just go ahead and do my summoning and see what I get. So that takes about 15 minutes to do. Currently there's a rate up for Merlin, which is great. A special summon costs 150 crystals. When you're playing the game normally, you would want to kind of wait till you have 10 summons at once, because then you're guaranteed a rare hero. Same with the normal summons. But in this case, because it's a reroll account, I'm just going to go ahead and pull what I have. So here we go. And oh, Sarah's really good. So at this point, you can just continue with this account. In my case, I am interested in a few particular heroes. So one of the things that you kind of will need in endgame is control, and Merlin does a ton of control. And so this is a hero that I would definitely recommend re-rolling for if you can. Other heroes that are really good are, say, Gawain, Bedivere, Sigrun, Lancelot. Gillian is an incredible healer, and Guinevere is pretty good as well. And then, because the pool is rather limited, eventually you'll probably get everyone. So I wouldn't worry too much about that if you just want to start an account and get going. The first heroes you're going to level up will be people like Kay, maybe Ban, Sarah, Isolde is a really good healer here, and then Anguish is one of the best heroes in the game. And actually, if you look at the kind of daily login here, you get a legendary on day 7, or a way to summon for a legendary. It's random. And then you get Anguish on day 13. So everyone will get Anguish eventually, but he also is very easy to summon, relatively easy to summon from your regular normal summons, which I think I could still do. Okay, I could still do one of these, so I'll do that. Okay. All right, hopefully this helps you as you're thinking about re-rolling or starting an account with King Arthur Legends Rise. So thanks very much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.